She's got some nice long hair, and you know that she's a bad chick. All the boys stare, can't help it, it's a habit. Clothes that she wears, short skirt and a jacket. I just wanna get her all alone on a mattress. I just wanna have it, I just gotta have it. Rumors all around say her body is fantastic. All natural, not a piece of fur is plastic. Head to her toes, yeah, they say that she's a latch. Yeah, the whispers all around say she has a reputation. Don't believe it till I see it, so I want a demonstration. And I've always learned it better with a hands-on education. So I need a private session if you get what I am saying. And they say that she's not easy, no, she's really complicated, but that only makes it better, and it's got me so fixated. And I'm not the type to wait around, I've never hesitated, but she's got me captivated, so the game, I'm gonna play it, yeah. She's got a body like a coke thing, she likes to keep the party going. These rumors got me feeling lonely, I want that body, baby, show me. She's got a body like a coke thing, she likes to keep the party going. These rumors got me feeling lonely, I want that body, baby, show me. Body, baby, show me. Yeah, I heard you look good in a sundress. I heard you look good when you're undressed. I heard you like to get away. I heard you like to stay out late. I heard you had a couple boyfriends. I heard they didn't treat you right. I heard you're hated by your girlfriends, cause all the guys want you tonight. Yeah, they say she's too hot, they say she's too cold. Where she came from, nobody really knows. They say she looks young, but say she acts old. From everything I've heard, she gets out of control. And all the boys say she was sent from the heavens, but I'm not too sure that this girl is a blessing. She's got the devil's eyes and they'll cut you like a weapon. She's stuck in my mind like a bad obsession. Got bad intentions. She's got a body like a coke thing, she likes to keep the party going. These rumors got me feeling lonely, I want that body, baby, show me. She's got a body like a coke thing, she likes to keep the party going. These rumors got me feeling lonely, I want that body, baby, show me. Every day that I wake up in a nightmare. Every day that I wake up, I can never see quite clear. When I look at my surroundings, and everybody still doubts me, I wanna live to hear a crowd sing all my lyrics so loudly. I miss a time when we would all get together. I guess it's fine, but I really wish that we were better. Real talk, sipping drinks without all the pressure. Now everybody needs to think about posting whatever. When people ask how I'm doing, I've never been better. That's really not a conversation I'm willing to enter. How come we all continue forcing out all of this pressure? I'm just sick of these opinions and all of these lectures.
I need my space now so I can feel nothing. I live this nightmare so I can be something. I do what I love and hope you will love me. I face this nightmare, no I am not running.
of being rich, but I'm scared of being poor. I'm scared of being lonely, but I'm scared of being bored. Sometimes I get really angry, and I don't know why. Sometimes I really do hate me, can't even pick my own side, yeah. What is even going on? Why the hell do I even write songs? What the hell am I doing here, man? I guess I don't understand a thing, damn. Yeah, but maybe ignorance is bliss. Yo, I'd rather lay in the abyss than be aware of what I missed.
I'm low-key like the Moji, 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 I'm low-key like the Moji.
I will not sit up in the nosebleeds. I will not stop until they know me. I want you all to listen closely before I motherfucking proceed. Yeah, when you're grinding on the low key.
Okay, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the the seventh series of the Blitz Pro League, the second series of games this evening. Tonight it's myself, Rolling Swarm, and co-commentator Favor from the Elements clan. Favor is running the room control for us. Making sure, hey Favor, just making sure everything's up and running smooth as can be. This evening, very exciting stuff. I don't know how many of you have been following the run-up to the Blitz event community, Blitz Pro League, but it was originally anticipated to be a matchup between 8 teams from the EU server. Unfortunately, a couple of days before the league was due to start, one of those teams had to pull out due to some issues with their roster. However, we now have M8, the Mates, another really old school clan from the EU server, joining us this evening, which is fantastic. That means that we go back up to having 8 teams in the round robin, which means we go from 21 round robin matchups back up to 28. Schedule still stays the same. We're still anticipating to finish the league by the 30th of August, which is great. It means these guys have had a lot of practice, but are ready and clear with their own schedules to get stuck into Wargaming's official Twister series, try and qualify for those offline finals in Minsk this year. So we are ready to go. Favor, we can start the room whenever you're ready.
Okay, so let's go.
Fantastic. Kicking off the first Supremacy game on Alpenstadt. Having a look at the lineups, we've got Unknown in blue, K3, 50B, KU, Batchat, Babouche, IS4, Carito, 140, new player, haven't seen him in a while, IS4, FK, IS4, KS, my ammo bar is in the way, that's so annoying, I think it's an IS4, and KF, IS7. Looking across the table at M8, the Mates, we've got Kid in the Batchat, Sidopan, IS4, Sexcal, 268, the Phoenix, E3, Mouse Best, E5, Boulanger Infernal, I'm definitely pronouncing that wrong, sorry buddy, and Boss in the 113, dropping into free cam mode. Let's see where these guys are going. We've got KU in the Batchat from Unknown, he's exposed, he's pushing across, but he makes it into the C-cap, but there's a lot of red M8 tanks there looking at him, and he takes a hit from Mouse, the best sniper M8 in the E5. KU, look at that position by the E5. He is in a really good spot there. Hull down, he's not exposed to his right hand flank, and he can stop KU from capping that C base. And this is a great start for M8, new to the tournament. This is their first game. Unknown coming into this after having beat Live 4-1 in the opening on day 1. And bearing in mind that Live, no slouch of a team, just beat Legion top team 4-3 in the game that ran earlier at 7 PM this evening.
Actually, Boulanger Infernal is in trouble because he's getting shots from B and he
is dead, yeah. Okay, now Unknown's showing some discipline, some amazing positioning. It all kicked off around C. Mouse Best Sniper, Boulanger Infernal, the E5 steamrolled there by the AMX-50B, Batchat and IS4. Clipped them out, and Sexcalibur, that's fantastic, what a great name, gets a big hit into K3, but K3 is about to get 3 in the chamber. It's looking like it's going to be all over for Sexcalibur now. KU KF, K3, and there we go, K3 with the kill. It's a 1-gun advantage, 2 unknowns at the moment. They've got a 1.5 HP advantage, but however, the Phoenix, E3, he's got that city flank locked down, but the boss taken down by KU in the Batchat. Oh, KU, 1000 HP done by the E3. Silopan in the IS-4 is going to be looking to finish him off, but KF drops the speed boost. He's going to try and shield KU, protect him. Silopan trying to push through, but KF not giving up, not giving him any angles. That's given time for KU to escape on the reload. Kid in the Batchat from mates finishes off Babouche in the IS-4. Kid's looking very, very healthy, but it's 2 guns on to 4. 1 gun, 1 full health Batchat versus 4 unknown tanks. Now he's up against KU Batchat 5 HP, Kirito 140 IS-4, 1 HP, and he finishes off Kirito. Can he finish off KU? If he can finish off KU and run, he has to run, but it looks like KF's going to get the reload in and finish him off. This is the kill. No, K3 in the AMX. Kill stealing there from KF. If such a thing is possible in Clan Wars. Very, very great start by mates there. But the unknowns showing their discipline. Really concerted push across that deep heavy cap there. Brilliant stuff.
Actually, the problem was that mates were really split up on, like, they got A, but then they were also covering the C cap in the city. But they were covering that C cap too actively, and they overexposed themselves, so they got just rushed. They got rushed, and that's what lost them. That's exactly what lost them the game.
And as soon as, unknowns, as soon as they spotted up the divided forces of the mates, the unknowns, they saw, okay, the M8s have got tanks on the medium cap and they've got tanks on the heavy cap. We can come in force on this one flank and get a gun advantage early on.
But actually what I liked was that push from unknowns into B, and they got crossfire on Boulangerie Infernal in his E5, on behind the house, behind C, and it was the crucial moment, I think. Like, this really won unknowns the game. So
yeah, we're ready. Well, we're not ready just yet. We're still waiting on a couple of unknown players to ready up. It looks like both teams are stacking for heavier force. We could see a brilliant encounter around the city caps here. Lots of mouse tanks, lots of E3s and E100 on show. And it looks like we're just doing no spectators. So yeah, just to remind people at home, the BPL was set up with a couple of rules in play. We want to keep it fair for everyone. There is no spectating. The only players in the game are those in the game. And although that might seem a little bit unfair, you've got to imagine if you could put your battle commander in a spectator position, such that they don't have to command a tank.
It's giving a huge advantage.
Exactly. So that's the reason why we don't allow
okay.
Yeah, we're ready to go. But there's no spectators.
For the second battle.
Yeah, so for all the other teams part of the BPL that might be tuning in this evening, don't stop asking us for spectators. We're not going to do it. We can't have any. It's not up for discussion. So, much heavier lineups here, although unknowns keeping the Batchat, keeping a 50B, triple IS4, double mouse KSKF there. 2 mouses together, an extremely powerful combination if used effectively. And the Batchat there, he is KU, dropped the speed boost, powering into A. He's going to be able to gap that, and it's within 20 seconds. Such a fast cap on this map to get into the A cap if you're uncontested. That being said, M8's pushing into the city in force. Theoretically a gun up, but the Batchat will be coming up from behind them to get some clipper damage in. Although it looks like, KU not pushing the flank aggressively, coming in to the rear to support his teammates. And Boss taking a big hit there. having to pull back. Boulanger Infernal, E100. Oh, that's a fantastic camouflage. That means he was at least in the Platinum League in the ranking season there. And the E100 was the vehicle that he used the most. But he takes 500 HP from... I don't see who manages to get that shot in, but it's devolving into a brawl here. Let's see if I can get the free cam mode. It's so hard to get the free cam up high into the air. LVLG IS4, FK IS4, Babouche IS4. They're playing this ditch area. Babouche takes a big hit from the E100, and FK also takes a hit. Now those IS4s are dug in. They've got a bit of support. K3 has now got 3 in the chamber, but it's 4 guns on 3 here. And Unknowns might have done the same thing that M8s did the last time, which is divide the forces and stack themselves inappropriately. FK goes down to the Phoenix E3.
Actually, mate, no, wait, it's Unknown guys are getting outnumbered in middle.
Yeah, and so the Unknown guys are outnumbered in the middle, and it's 4 guns down. They haven't managed to finish. Unknowns haven't finished anyone off from mates, although Excalibur goes down. But now K3's got... K3, he's up against three tanks, and he's got a long reload. I don't know if he's going to be able to get any more damage in before he gets some shots in the chamber. Boss and Boulanger Infernal there pushing in. Boulanger pulling off. Boss is going to finish him off. There we go. Great showing from mates. Great comeback. And I think the Unknowns they made the same mistake that the M8s did in the first game. They divided their forces, and there we go. The last 2 tanks for the Unknowns go down. Really strong showing by the mates there. And if we just have a look at the scoreboard, oh wow, okay, 6,000 HP inflicted advantage in the favor of mates. Very dominant performance, keeping 5 guns in the game. Yeah, Unknown. I think it must have been the division of forces. It just the M8 lineup, those E3s and the mouse, super effective in the city. Really, and the E100, great peekaboo tank. Very strong performance. Did you catch anything worth talking about their favor?
It was Unknown who were pushing the B cap with 2 houses, but on the other side there was a mouse with an E3, and even though that bad chat came to help these 2 Unknown mouses, they weren't able to kill E3 and the mouse from mates. So yeah, as said, it was the same mistake as mates did in the first game. They went for the outside cap, but then they got rushed in the city.
So this map, yeah, Alpenstadt, it's not the one to divide your forces on, and especially the E3. It's a tough tank to kill if you can't get it side on. You know, if you're coming up against that front to front, it can just hang in there much longer than is reasonable in Clan Wars. So moving on to Castilla, any thoughts on this map, Favor?
This map is as we can see from last days. This map is really being played around the A cap and B cap because C cap is too open. And you are on this map, you are almost always playing map control, or you are doing the rushes. So yeah, I don't know what to expect. Like I would expect something like holding the Castilla and trying to outplay your opponent by the distance.
Mm-hmm. And that's what we saw earlier this evening between Legion top team and HD Esports, the live L1VE clan tag. You know, there was a lot of TDs in the backfield. We had some tanks with good gun depression playing up on that Castilla area with brilliant fields of fire. No YOLO pushes per se. It is a valid strategy on this map. To push through sometimes through either the C or the A cap, but it's risky. This is the kind of map where if you push and the opponent recognizes and responds fast enough, it's not a good start for you. However, if you can push and get away with it, it usually seals the victory in for you very, very securely. So looking at the lineups here, on the red team, we have got M8, Celopan IS4, the Phoenix IS4, Belanger Infernal IS7, Excalibur, what a fantastic name, M48 Patton, Kid 268, Mouse, Best Sniper, E5, Boss back in the 113. Less 113 meta from these two teams. Potentially these guys don't have that many unlocks of it yet. KU, Batchat, FK IS4, KF IS4, LVLG, M48 Patton, Babouche, 268, and then we've got KS Sander, the leader of unknowns, in the E4, and K3 in the E5, dropping into free cam now. Both teams spreading out map control and an early cap potentially going to unknowns, but no, LVLG and the Patton not going for A, and it looks here like M8s, the mates are stacking heavy behind A, so that could be a really good call by LVLG, and he spotted up Celopan and Mouse Best Sniper there, so he knows he's going to have to rely on the support of his teammates. And we've got K3 from unknowns pushing up in the E5, so two American tanks, very strong hold down, good gun depression, good DPM, good gun handling here, and they are stacked up against 5 guys. But Celopan in the IS4, he's moving across the bridge. It looks like the mates are going to be making a push for B. He's got the Phoenix IS4. Phoenix is looking rather inactive. I'm wondering what he's doing. Kid M8268 there. It looks like the Phoenix isn't moving. The Phoenix is not in the game. We are a gun down. I'm wondering, is he waiting? What's happening? Or is he not loaded in? His reload bar hasn't moved. It looks like the Phoenix is not in the fight. Kid 268, great Overwatch position. He's backing up Celopan on B. Unknowns don't know that the mates are a gun down. Now I wonder, can the Phoenix join in the fight here? This will be very, very interesting to see. So we've got Excalibur.
They will need him. Actually, they can play more passively because this map allows that. But also they have to cover him at spawn till he.
Well, fortunately,
gets back.
Well, the 268. That's a position that the 268 would be in anyway. We're looking here, KU in the back chat using that light tank camouflage. He's peeking, he's poking, he's looking to get some spots in. But I think Celopan's been spotted, but Mouse Best Sniper in the E5. Okay, he's spotted now, but he's into B cap. Celopan takes the first bit of damage. Double shot in there, triple shot, Celopan quadruple shot. Brilliant focus fire here from unknowns, and Celopan is dropped. Fantastic stuff there. LVLG and the Patton securing the kill. Mouse Best Sniper.
And then they don't even get the B cap.
No. Unknowns have got a fantastic crossfire here between their tanks. There's nowhere for the M8s to cap the B cap. And now Mouse Best Sniper, he's getting pushed on by KS in the E4. Now he is supported by a 268, and the Phoenix IS4. Okay, the Phoenix is moving. He's straight into C cap. He might be able to do it. But KS might get a reset. No, KS has taken a bit of damage. But that being said, the Phoenix has taken the C cap. It was a long time coming, him getting into the game. I wonder how much that disrupted Unknown's plans. Now, Celopan IS4 down. Mouse Best Sniper E5, he is trapped. There's nowhere for him to go. He is considered ineffective for the time being until M8s can clear a few unknown guns or pull the fields of fire away from him. But no, they don't. He peaks, takes another damage, down to 186 HP. It's breaking down here on up here on Castilla, sorry, I should say. K3 in E5 calling for help. He's coming up against Excalibur Patton and Boulanger Infernal IS7. KF getting pushed down the hill in the IS4. That could be very important. K3 may need to pull down and join him. Otherwise, he could be taken here by Boulanger, who might be able to get a shell into the back. But no, Excalibur has to pull back. and it could be the case that Sexcalibur gets killed by KF. Kid 268 finishes off LVLG in the pattern, and KF finishes off Sexcalibur. It's 2 guns down apiece. Cap lead in the favour of our mates, and now they've taken down K3, E5, but KU, KF, okay, kills coming in left, right and centre here. Cap lead still in the favour of the mates, but they are a gun down, and they are almost 3,000 hit points behind Unknowns, and Unknowns will be aware of this fact. Unknowns need to reset the C cap, need to knock down the next opponent. The Phoenix IS4, he's pushed in aggressive. Babushi, and the Batchat here, KU, they're going to be finishing him. KU gets the reload now. He's gone for the long reload. He's going to have to move very, very quickly. It's Boss in the 113 and Kid in the 268 from the Mates clan. But they are divided. But Kid, brilliant hit on Babuche in the 268 to finish him. Boss taking a hit there. He's down, but he is up on this high ground. Effectively, KF is not really able to get involved effectively. Same for KU, but KU, Batchat, brilliant light tank mobility, 3 shots in the clip. He's going to come up and he should be able to clip out Boss from behind, and that will leave Kid in the 268 versus 3 very, very healthy unknown tanks. And KF takes a little bit of damage there from Kid.
This game should definitely go for unknown.
Certainly. Okay, and Kid, this camouflage, for anyone who doesn't know, that Kid is rocking on the 268. Okay, wow, huge hit there. Can he block the shot from KF? Can he bounce it? KF's ready. No, he can't. Kid's pulling back. Kid's reloaded. Camouflage that Kid is rocking, it was awarded to players in the Platinum and Diamond League of Wargaming's ranked games. Gets the track and a big level of damage there. But KU in the Batchat, 3 in the chamber, coming round from behind. Surely Kid knows this, but he's pulling away if FK's chasing him. KF, oh, it's a track, but he gets the repair. He might be able to finish off KF. Yes, he does, but it's not going to be enough. This camouflage Kid has is awarded for players in the Platinum and Diamond Leagues of the ranked season when it closes, and you get it on the tank that you have the most battles in. So he's clearly had a lot of experience and practice against the best of the best in the 268. Looking at the damage spread, Unknown's dominant, but it was gun for gun there in the beginning, and I think the mates will be kicking themselves that the Phoenix in the IS4.
Actually, we can say that Kid was trying to carry us as hard as he could.
He did a really good job, absolutely. And you know, even though it looked, and it's one of those things in Blitz where sometimes you see the situation, you're the last gun in the game, you know it's almost impossible for you to to carry the game, to pull off a miracle. But it's so rare to see someone lie down in that situation, you know?
But anyways, the problem of this game, it was that loading of Phoenix, he loaded 2 minutes late, 1 minute late, or something like that. And also then that awesome crossfire, we could almost call it a trap from Unknowns in a B cap. They did really well job in B cap, and
that was
Cellopan died almost instantly. So really well played, Unknowns. Really well played.
Super impressive. I mean, it's very rare to see such an effective control of one cap. Crossfire, I think three different angles of fire. Cellopan, I mean, he was cold and lit up like a New Year's Eve party. Unbelievable. Just shot after shot after shot, and he was down maybe 15 seconds after being spotted. Tremendous DPM being used effectively by Unknowns there. And then that left their E5 just with no options, nowhere to go. He wasn't able to escape. He was down to like a 2-shot, and he was trapped. And so effectively, even though the E5 was still in the game, Unknowns at that point in time were realistically 2 guns up. Really, really strong play, and very intelligent in terms of their strategy, that approach. really effective control, really great positioning of tanks along the back line, and they were able to respond to all the different areas that M8 pushed. But now we're ready to go. We've switched up the spawns. It's going to be unknown starting on the green spawn from the south, and the mates.
Yeah. I'm just waiting for Sanders to verify.
Okay. K3 says they're ready. Yes, we're ready. Let's go.
Okay, let's go.
So, interesting lineup here. We've got Excalibur in the Foch 155. The M8's red team rocking a Foch 155 double IS4 pattern 268 E5 113. Looking across the table at unknowns, we've got triple IS4 IS7 double mouse E4. Now this is a very interesting choice by unknowns. The mouse tank,
That's like double mouse. That. What do they want to do? Like
I'm familiar with, but this is maybe half a year to a year ago. I've seen something similar done from one of my previous clans, and it does work. Let's go on top of Castilla here, and what we're seeing actually is the mouse tanks are going to be locking down the B area. However, the M8's, that M48 pattern, because they know that their opponents don't have any mediums, he's been able to cap A very early on, within a minute, with impunity, no damage taken. They've got the A cap, and now he can go into the Overwatch position up here in the Castilla area.
They are rushing through C, and they will be trying to catch Boulangerie Infernal. And Excalibur getting totally smashed in his fall.
Absolutely, this is, it's a bad day for Excalibur in the Foch. He has got a lot of tanks, and great cover there by the Phoenix and Celopan, but it's a 3k HP lead to the Unknowns clan here, and they're bringing it back a little bit at a time. But now what we've got is Mouse Best Sniper pattern, Boss 113, although they're quite elevated and they've got good angles, they're sort of out of the fight. Unknown can control the fight, they can use the hard cover here, and they've already knocked out Excalibur in the Foch, which is a lot of DPM down. The Mouse here, Mouse is bullying.
These two mouses are doing a really good job, but I think that they pushed too early, because they were pushing in the moment when their IS4s couldn't shoot anything.
Yeah,
and
the IS...
that could probably cost them the game.
Yeah, the IS4s, unfortunately... Okay, there goes FK, there goes Kid. It's 2 for 2, deep damage equally spread. LVLG and the Mouse is down. I think you're right. You know, pushing before the IS4s were in a position ready to help them, and there's no focus fire here really by unknowns, unfortunately. A lot of fluff shots, and it looks like as well we've got Boss Sniper coming in, or Boss in the 113 coming across the bridge, full HP. He will be very dominant later in the game if there's any unknown tanks left on the field. K3. He should have been involved sooner. Massive. There's a lot of shots being missed here. I think the pressure is being felt by both teams, but it's descended into a brawl in the river. But KU finishes off Mouse Best Sniper, but Boulangerie Infernal finishes off KF. It's 4 guns onto 2. M8's a very, very strong showing on this map so far.
Actually, I think that really the problem was that the mouses pushed too early, and they got to the crossfire from the other tanks from Might, and that actually cost them the game.
So you think if the Mouses had held off, if they'd been a little bit more patient, we could have seen a different result?
Actually, yeah. Like, the tactic was good, but the timing was really wrong. Because the mouses pushed in too early, and they pushed in the moment when IS4s were rushing the spawn of mates, but in that moment they weren't able to focus anything, so they were useless in that moment, and these mouses were doing amazing job, but they were already bleeding their HPs. And that actually cost them the game, I think.
And that was, and it just goes to show that in Clan Wars, it's the level of coordination. You know, it's not just individual skill, because there's a lot of very, very talented players on World of Tanks Blitz now. The game's been going for 4 years, pretty much. So there's plenty of skill, but it's that kind of coordination, that timing, and it can be a matter of seconds. It can be that simple. You know, if you push 5-10 seconds early, that might be all the enemy team needs to focus fire effectively, and to you know, swing the course of the battle in their favor. So it'd be interesting to see. We're tied up now, 2 for 2. The question is, we're going into Dead Rails. Very interesting map.
Actually, we can say that anytime that one of these teams lost the game, that was because they made mistakes. And actually, I can see that from my perspective, the team who does less mistakes win. So that's why we have the score of the game is 2-2.
And it's very interesting to see that these teams are very evenly matched. And like you say, it's, you know, it's the team that makes the mistakes. Their opponent they're capitalizing on those mistakes. They're picking up on it.
Actually, as I'm saying, like last game on Castilla, you could see that they pushed with the mouses, and mates were able to punish them. So that's like action and reaction.
Yeah.
I have to say that mates reacted really well, and that's why they won the last game. So let's go for another one.
And we're on
Dead Rail.
We're on Dead Rail now. A very different map, very open. We're not seeing a tremendous amount of high damage TDs like we did in the Live versus Legion game. Mates, red team, E100, double IS4, IS7 pattern, 263, 268. Okay, the 268, that is a pretty high damage TD. Across the table, Unknowns rocking a Foch, double IS4, IS7 pattern, 268 E5, dropping into the free cam here. And we are looking at both teams spreading out across the map. Those open fields of fire mean that you can get away with supporting your teammates from one side of the map to the other. KU in the pattern peeking aggressively. It's Mouse best sniper in one pattern versus KU in the other pattern. This is clearly a very strong tank choice here for the C-Cap. Good gun handling, good DPM, very strong turret armor. FK in the IS4 asking if we should push C. We've got Babouche in the IS7, K3 in the E5, KF in the Foch. Unknowns are stacked heavier over C, but there's the 263 Excalibur here. I don't know. Okay, Babouche has been spotted. There's no one else really up here. They
are actually rushing C.
Yeah, this is really good.
Rushing C, and they are doing a really great job.
Yeah, I think this is a great call by Unknowns, because they're going to take Mouse Best Sniper apart, and then they should be able to finish off Sexcalibur. Sexcalibur doesn't have anyone in support. There's Kid, Boss, Celopan and the Phoenix out here, along with Boulanger Infernal, but they're tied up with a very few, literally just LVLG in the 268 and FK in the IS4.
Actually, Chaos in the middle made a small mistake that he went into B while they were rushing C, and that was a mistake, because as he should be just holding. Because
he's traded effectively. They've managed to knock out Celopan. The support there from the 268 LVLG in the backfield.
Actually, Chaos did a really good job.
And now they finally managed to finish off Sexcalibur in the back. The Phoenix isolated in his IS4 up against 3 opponents. FK already calling GG. It's 7 tanks on 3 with a cap lead. Boss is down. The Phoenix is down. 7 tanks on 1. Unknown strategy on this map. Absolutely dominant. That push through C, a superb call. Kid in the 268 getting off 1 shot. We've got LVLG in the 268 coming, but Babouche, was that an ammo rack? Huge amount of damage coming in there. Fantastic performance. So Favor, how do you rate that C push in terms of effectiveness?
I would say 10 out of 10. Like it was really well made because but as you could see, like they it wasn't a push. It was a pure rush. It was a rush of C. But as you could see, mates didn't react to that. Like they didn't react.
I think
they didn't react at all.
The issue on this map is, of course, the whole map's on a kilter. So the C cap is very elevated. The A cap is in, a depression. The terrain resistance, the angle, the gradient. If you get your heavy tanks in around AB, it's a longer travel journey, a longer travel time, longer journey for them to work their way back up into the C area. And that means that any tanks you have in C, if they get pushed, they need to run away because there's no way the rest of your team can join them.
That's actually why I like more the setup of unknowns, like because you can see like IS7s, IS4s, Foch, pattern. Like this setup is made for map control because you can always do the rotations and you can rotate anywhere, and it's giving you a huge opportunity to push anywhere. And actually now, as we can see from the start of the battle, they will do exactly the same. They will rush C.
It's really good here. We've got Babouche IS7, K3 IS7, same positions as last time, looking to do that rush, and the mates are in the same position as last time as well. They've got the mouse best sniper in the mouse legionary, brilliant camouflage choice, well done, and the Phoenix in the IS4, sort of there cross-firing. Babouche and the K3 not able to push as effectively, and it's an E50M and an E5 here, and Babouche punished. Okay, so the M8s were paying attention last game. They did see what went wrong, and now Babouche has bled a lot of hit points. He's going to have to work hard to stay alive.
Actually, Babouche could now just cap C and like don't trade, just cap C and don't do anything other. Because if now he will get shot from E50M and he's dead. He's dead. That's the problem.
The E50M potentially, yes. Sexcalibur in the E50M takes down Babouche. That was really very good crossfire there. The Phoenix IS4 mouse best sniper in the mouse. They had the crossfire. They stopped the push that was so successful for unknowns last time. Looking across the field, FK IS4 playing very passively on A. This is going to give Boss in the E100 with the support of Kid in the 268 behind him the chance to push up. There's no one really there supporting them. LVLG in the 183. I don't know if he's been able to do a lot of damage, but K3 in the IS7 is down. Now, both IS7s, both fast heavies for the unknowns are down, and Sexcalibur and E5 are looking to capitalize. They're going to try and push on the Foch and the Patton, but that's going to be a very tricky duo for them to dig out. So it's 2-on-2 up here, and a huge hit there from LVLG on Celopan, taking him down. And Boulanger Infernal bleeding HP. Really, really big. So there is HP neck and neck. Guns tied. Points in the favor. Well, guns now in the favor, and cap points now in the favor. Oh, guns tied again. But cap points still slightly in the favor of unknowns. Hit points neck and neck. Mouse best sniper. Big hit point pool. He's coming in. Boss in the E100 coming in. LVLG bleeding hit points left, right, and center down to a one shot. Who's going to get the final shot in on him? I don't think he has enough cover really to resist. Fluffs the shot on Mouse Best Sniper. The Phoenix IS-4 finishing off FK. We potentially could be seeing a tie here going in, moving forwards. But the Phoenix finishing off LVLG. 2 guns on 4. I don't think that KS and KU will be able to pull this one back. The Boss Sniper potentially going down, but 268 and Mouse might be able to save him. He's got one in the chamber, bounces the shot. KS takes damage from the rear but manages to take him down. 268 finishes him off next. It's let's go. It's KU in the pattern. He's gonna get the B cap. I'm not sure if this is the right call. Gets a hit into the Phoenix in the IS-4. The Phoenix pushing up. He's got Mouse Best Sniper behind him in the Mouse. Kid in the 268. It's surely all over for KU now. He is trapped up against too many heavy tanks. Doesn't have the speed to pull away from these guys. Might be able to finish off, but no. Kid gets the kill. Great showing from the mates there. A brilliant response. I think they anticipated the unknowns to try and push again through C, and that punishing volley of fire into Babichet early on put them in a really strong position. And this means, well, we have, yeah, look at the damage rate. The Phoenix in the IS-4 and Kid 268 and Kid in the 268. Great high damage games for both of them.
Okay, so I will put on Himmelsdorf. Let's see how this goes.
This is really, really interesting because before this evening we hadn't had any matchups going 3-3 to the tiebreaker map of Himmelsdorf, but now.
But actually, what I like on this game, on last game on Dead Rails, what I really liked is that flexibility from mates. Like they learned from they learned from the first game on Dead Rails that they are pushing on C, and now they perfectly countered that.
Well, I thought they weren't in a position to counter, but I stood corrected because clearly their Mouse and IS-4 were not only in the right positions, but were looking in the right direction, because as soon as Babichet pushed across,
exactly.
I really regretted it. And you're absolutely right. Such a good adaptation by the mates to their opponent. Of course, we're going now into a new map, and the question is, there's not going to be another game after this one, so whoever takes this game takes home the series. Unknown will be hoping they can win this. If they win this match, they will go to the top of the leaderboards. No team as of yet has won 2 round-robin matches. We're seeing a very closely contested leaderboard so far. So if the Unknowns can take this one, this will put them at the head of the pack. In a very strong position to go through to the semi-finals, even at this early stage. For M8, it's their first match. So, you know, if they lose it, it's not the end of the world. But if they can beat Unknowns, they can be quite confident that they're definitely at the right level for this tournament. Although going 3-3 with Unknowns, that is probably good enough for them at the moment. So let's just see. We're waiting for the last couple of people to be ready. Swapping in some players, making sure that everything is as it should be. For me, this map, Himmelsdorf, it's tough. It's very, very tough. It's very... In terms of the maps, there are very few maps which purely favour one type of tank. And Himmelsdorf, it's... I mean, we're not seeing any mediums. We're not seeing any light tanks, and that because this is a pure city map. Okay, you could argue that the mobility of a light and medium is sometimes useful, but these street fights... Actually,
Brian, after buffs of E15, this tank can be useful on this map.
But still, it's not... Absolutely, it is a medium, but it's not your traditional medium. It's got great frontal armor, really strong chassis, can side scrape, and that's what you need in the city environment. And this map, it doesn't really offer much undulating terrain. The only kind of undulating terrain that's around are these little rubble fields here off to the sides of buildings and the craters in the middle. But if you find yourself in the middle in a crater in Clan Wars, you're probably not doing the right thing. But looking at the M8 lineup here, quadruple IS4, mouse E5, 113. They've gone strong on D. They capped C later than Unknown's capped B, but they've got D first. This might put them... No, Unknowns, I believe, are holding on to the cap lead very, very slightly.
Yeah.
Unknowns also... Go on.
Unknown has the advantage, and actually, I think that they have... how could I say that? They have stronger caps. They have easier caps to defend at the moment.
And if we look here, look at this. Yeah, FK and KU are in a really strong position here. It'll be very, very tricky for the mates to get the flank in on them. And if you look at the Unknown lineup, it's quadruple IS4 as well. Both teams rocking 4 IS4s, but they've got a double E4 and a 113. And that E4, the gun handling penetration values, very, very powerful.
Which the other side, there is Excalibur and Vines Panda who are pushing the spawn.
Well, this could be in the red spawn area. This could be where M8 take the advantage. It's going to be a question of how Unknowns respond, because what you've got here is LVLG in the IS4 teeing up against Excalibur Vice Panda in their IS4s, but he's backed up by KF and Babouche IS4 113. It's very, very telling here, but LVLG is pulling back.
Mouse and IS4 are breeding. The Phoenix is one shot at the moment, and the Mouse is also dying. That's the problem for mates at the moment.
So yeah, fantastic. These E4s, that high alpha, brilliant gun handling, well, relatively good gun handling, and fantastic penetration values, making very, very short work of the M8 heavies, and it looks like Unknown could be taking this one. They're now 2 guns up, and the boss in the 113 here. Look at this great work by KU, trying to shield KS in the E4. K3 comes around in his E4, smashes the boss in 113. It's 1 gun up actually now, because what we've actually seen is Excalibur and his IS4 buddies on the other flank for mates have returned the favour.
But anyways, on hit points, it's neck to neck.
Yeah, hit points are tied. However, Unknown have got 3 caps to M8's 1, and Excalibur is taking a bit of fire here. He is very low compared to LVLG. LVLG getting hit on Blue Lantern Infernal, who's finished off by K3 in the E4. It's 5 guns onto 3. I would be very, very surprised if the mates can pull this back. LVLG pushing aggressively, bounces Excalibur. Vice Panda getting one into the back, but he's going to get pushed on by FK and KU. LVLG, it's K3 to finish off Kid, and that wins the series for Unknowns. They will be going in as the first team in BPL 2018 to win both of their first matches. This puts them at top of the leaderboard with 6 league points. Really strong start for the Unknowns in terms of the league standings, and they are now the team to beat. And look at those E4s. 3,200 damage by KS, 2,400 damage by K3, and actually a very good damage spread across the rest of the board for the Unknowns. M8 not far behind in damage initially, still had 2 guns in the game, but losing the cap control. And like you pointed out, Faber, perhaps Unknowns had the better cap set in terms of holding and pushing across onto their opponents. So, really well played there. M8, relatively new applicants into the tournament, taking the slot left behind by the Immortals clan, who unfortunately had to pull out. They've lost the first series, but they've lost it by a very fine margin. I think the M8s, they're definitely contenders for the BPL. A very, very worthy team indeed. Great to have them on board. Looking forward to seeing them play in the next couple of matches as well. Unknowns are sitting pretty at the top of the table.
But actually, that last game was also close. But it was still the moment when the Boulangeri Infernal in his E5 was pushing in the middle, but there was these 2 E4s from Unknowns who totally smashed him, and he got destroyed. And that was the problem.
I think the E4s were a great tank choice. Obviously, you know, the tank composition alone doesn't make or break a team's performance, but it can have quite a huge implication for how one team can engage the other. And the E4, it's a turreted TD, and the penetration values are fantastic. And if you're coming up in a city fight against heavies, and if you can use that peekaboom alpha effectively, you can trade very, very well. And I think that's what Unknowns did on that flank. So really great performance by Unknowns. Very hotly contested though by the mates. No clear winner there, right, even up until the last match. So fantastic level of equal footing competition by both teams. We're going to be closing up the stream now. There will be some more games tomorrow evening. Just let me load up the spreadsheet so I can potentially tell you who's going to be playing. So tomorrow evening, Sunday 19th of August, we are going to see Eros versus Live at 7 p.m. CEST, and Legion versus The Mates at 8:30 CEST. So both Legion teams playing tomorrow evening, and Live, who defeated Legion top team earlier this evening, will be playing off against Eros. They'll be looking to dominate the other Legion team as well. Eros, hot off their victory against Loka from yesterday evening, will be looking to carry on their strong performance, obviously into tomorrow. Their mates will be looking to get their first win in the series in their second match against Legion top team tomorrow. They don't want to be joining Loka. Loka at the moment are at the bottom of the pile of the league, having lost both of their lineups. Loka were defeated by Legion top team on Thursday the 16th of August, and then again by Legion's alternative team Eros on Friday evening. So everything's still to play for. There's still a hell of a lot of games to go, and it'll be very, very exciting to see you all again here tomorrow evening. So thank you very much, Favor, for hosting the room and joining in on the commentary. I hope you can join us again. It was really great.
No problem. Yeah.
And that is...
yeah. I can be helping anytime needed, so no problem.
Fantastic.
And actually, I like that, but it's difficult to commentate with you because you are like native speaker, you know. So like for me as a Czech guy, it's difficult to overspeak you.
Of course, and well, I mean, I can't speak a word of Czech. So, I mean, for me, it's good that I can commentate in my native language to try and reach as many people as possible. And when you're commentating, it's difficult. I think, you know, it would be great, Favor and I, if we were in the same room, because when you can't see the person you're talking to, you can't pick up on the visual cues. So, you know, Favor, when he has something to say, he's got to kind of chip in, and we kind of trip up over one another as we're going. But yeah, I think it was really good there. I really enjoyed commentating with you, and I really enjoyed both sets of games this evening. Fantastic performances. So thank you, Favor, once again. Hope to do this again. I'll work myself. I'll try and say less next time. I'll give you more of an opportunity to chip in, maybe between games when I'm not on a roll. But thank you very much to Favor. Thank you very much to all the boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen at home. Looking forward to seeing you here tomorrow evening for more of the same on the Blitz Events Community's Blitz Pro League. Bye for now.